No, forex trading is risky and you can lose all your capital. No, this was done unprofessionally. A weekly challenge to myself, risking all my capital throughout the way.
Budget crap, you can see the time. We can see that US30 failed to break above the resistance. Nasdaq also failing to break above the resistance. So all you can do now is close and look for another setup to see if the market is going to continue buying or it's going to turn and just change of character setup. You see, this is a real account vault market. We are currently in profit from that setup we have just seen in Trading View. If you want to know more about the strategy, please comment down below. Should I show you my scalping strategy or swinging strategy? For now, we closed those buys because of the market. We're seeing it's failing to break above. Stop loss above entry was hit. As you see, our search history, it's a dump. Yeah, it's not good, but what can we say? We are pushing. US30 also failing to break above, leaving a wick, very strong wick to the downside. Might be a good time to sell right now, because you can see we are in a accumulation, a ranging market, a market that's consolidating around there. As we can see, we're experiencing rapid sells, so we only have one thing to do now, and that one thing is to enter sells right now, currently for 16:30 New York session. As you can see, we are below our support on the Nasdaq 30-minute chart, looking for a scalp to the looking to for a sell to the current downside, adjusting these positions over here. Our stop loss very tight so we don't get stuck out. Remember, we are growing an account even though we are risking most of our capital over here. US30, we can see current market position is buying. It's buying. New York session went sideways, invalid setup. Market didn't go the way as we expected, but it might still continue to sell. As we can see, there's a wick forming there, but we don't know. We'll just have to wait out and see what's going to happen in a few minutes. As right now the market will be moving very volatile. Oh, please bear with me. The market will be moving very volatile. As we can see here on US30, it's going out. Nasdaq, it was an invalid setup. Things went south. You just gotta know why the comeback is always stronger. Know that the comeback is always stronger. We don't give up. Never back down, never give up. But let me stop with that, talking too much. I entered buys for US30 over here. Current time, I can't see the time clearly, but you'll zoom in there. Entered buys for Nasdaq and US30. Entered a bit late for Nasdaq. I don't like these sort of entries because it's too much. The market's buying and I'm buying. It might go south. Things might change, especially when the market's very volatile like these times. A few moments later, everything is going well. US30 is playing around there at the entry position. Nasdaq went up accordingly. Let's check on Trading View what's going on. It's a clear setup for a buy as we are in an uptrend also, so it's a very high probability trade. US30 is still bouncing around at the entry point. We'll still have to hold it. We'll hold a bit longer. Even though the market's moving this volatile, it didn't go much we expected for US30. So let's just wait and see, because it's failing to break above the resistance again. Staying in that consolidation moment. So we'll just have to check in a few. This is my CNBC app, the app I use to check how these companies are doing. Since I'm trading Nasdaq, I have to know how this is moving Nasdaq and that isn't. I know that the dollar is always against US30. That's why I would always sometimes check out the dollar is doing to get a clearer movement on US30. But right now on Nasdaq, we can see it went up rapidly as expected, but we didn't enter it. We only held US30 as it's the only thing that went accordingly. Profits, small profits. Let's close. Be grateful for what you have. You know, nobody gives you this like it's paper, it's picked up from trees or something. The market's buying again. I see that it would spike as we are at a resistance, but we can break and retest at our other resistance there at the top level. If you go back to the video, you'll see you'll see just now that Nasdaq is going the way we want it to go. But right now we can see that Nasdaq is failing to break above this resistance line, leading us to hold and just wait a little bit. Oh, bear with me, please. Wait a little bit for the market to do its thing. Since we don't control the market, we just try to predict the market. In other words, it's a 50-50 chance. It's not gambling. You just have to know that what you're doing, you have to put in effort, learn, gain more knowledge, ask. Don't have pride because you're a trader and stuff. No. If you don't have nothing, ask me, hey Joe, please help me. I've been blowing accounts. I don't know, entries are hard for me. I can't do this, I can't do that. How do I know this? What is that? Some people don't even know how to use buy limits. But yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'll teach you that in further videos. Please like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Nasdaq going sideways as it's not going accordingly. It's buying. Fortunately, Nasdaq didn't go accordingly. It was yesterday. This is a new day. It's either Wednesday or when is it? Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday, around there. I'll just check soon. But we can see Nasdaq went up. So we're expecting sales right now because of the patterns forming and the lower time frames. On H4 and daily market, we can see that we're expecting buys for the overall long term. As we are in an uptrend in the 2 hours and 4 hours, we should still expect buys, even though I'm expecting sells because we have a break of structure, which we should test nearly imbalance or fair value, or not fair value gap, it's the same thing as imbalance, or order blocks. You see our demand zone. On the 30-minute, we can see that the market has been moving to the upside, creating higher highs, higher lows as the market does, but it broke structure. Around there at our entry point. Hey, I asked you to please bear with me. This is tiring. I'm tired. I've been editing this video for the last 2 days, so I haven't been sleeping for a while. We're expecting major sells from Nasdaq right now on the M15 chart, as this is a scalp. We entered a few sells, risking the account, risking half of the account right now, waiting for a better entry point for the market to go down, retest, then we might enter again if everything goes accordingly and the setup is being respected. Right here is my history. You can see there I took a loss. I did lose that first 500, but I do have another account that when I took a win from the first 500, I funded around 300 to my CFD account, which I grew to around 800 or 700, bringing me to fund again this side, making the money more. I took out around 250 from that side, and from the 135 or something that was left, I took a few profits from those sales here and added the 250 for the account to be more. I hope you understand. So all in all, I just funded around 800 to 1000. Yeah, there. As you can see, the market, the money is at 500 again. That's why I say I hope you do understand. You can see there, as I told you, that once after a break of structure, we must expect the market to test a fair value gap or an order block, and this is what just happened here. The market went to a fair value gap just around there. You would see it in a lower time frame, but I'm just using this tool from TradingView to see volume of how the market's moving, and you can see there the market could go down and sell, retesting that very strong support line before going back up to that top resistance line we can see on the weekly chart. You'll see that further in the video. As we are analyzing Nasdaq, it's a new day, more money to be made. You saw our history. We took a loss, we took wins. Take profits was hit, that made the account go up more. 250 was taken out from the CFD account to that other account, which left around 600 and something on my CFD account, and led for my micro account to have 500 and something, as you saw there. But as I told you again, we have a break of structure to the downside, leading us to do what? Buy, because we are expecting the market to retest a fair value gap or an order block. And you can see there it's a support, it's sort of a break, retest, break, retest, break, retest. I hope you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't forget, I will do more videos in the future showing you how I did that, how I understood this, how I made this much, how I calculate my risk. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting the market to do. I'm expecting it to create a double bottom pattern, sort of double bottom pattern. Yeah, then we just go up, create a fair value gap, break of structure, retest that fair value gap and go up, as that's how my strategy works time to time. You also have to know which time frames work best with this strategy, but as you can see, I mostly use higher time frames to get a better understanding of the market and hold a bit longer. There's this website I use. I was told by a fellow trader. I will put his IG down below the comments because you'll see it there, please. Yeah, this is called FX, Daily FX. I use it to see how the market's moving from time to time, and I use the Investors app to see when there's news, and there's currently news today
15:30, and we'll just have to trade those news and see how we could profit from them. And here's the thing, many people think that trading forex news is very risky. Yes, it is, I know, but sometimes it does not follow your setup because you're using lower time frames, and those time frames, the market tends not to respect them most of the time because you're not looking at the bigger picture. You have to look at the daily, the weekly, the monthly to see that Nasdaq has been pushing up these few months, few years. This is the way Nasdaq has been going. It's not selling. You can't want to enter sales during news. It could happen, but what's gonna happen next is that the market is going to sell during that time. Let's say 14:30 or 15:30 p.m. Those news, New York news. Yeah, it could sell, but then market will turn or manipulate. Mostly, this is a thing that I back tested. Most of these markets happen these news happen on a Tuesday, which mostly Tuesday or Wednesday, the market's full of manipulation and it's very risky to trade. I hope you understand. Let's go back to the market. Here on US30, we can see that we're expecting buys. Let me answer here first. We can see that we are expecting buys. We are in an overall uptrend. Retested as a resistance, turned into a support, leading us to go up. For it to go up, we'll enter just around here. This will be the entry point. Is I always try to enter at the wick of a candle. Let's say the market's buying, I would want to enter when the new candlestick is opened and sell a bit. Then that's where I'll buy, knowing that my position or entry is safe, or the turning point of the market. Let me just say I enter at wicks. That's what I look for in my strategy. Our buys will be just around here. I do have a group, but that group will be discussed further in future videos, because right now I'm focusing on improving my strategy to better help me so I can help other people better their futures too. This is what I'm expecting for US30. I'm expecting it to buy, retest, then buy again. But this might not happen because the market is this week the market is very volatile. During that week, this is not during December, this was during November, the market was very weak, very volatile during that week. So we could expect anything to happen at any moment. A few minutes later, then we got back to the market. This is what we saw. Boom, buys. Not that market. Boom, Nasdaq. We entered a buys on US30 because, as you saw on our current setup, that's what we are planning on doing, and we want patience. If I grow an account, I always look for long-term setups, and so that I could risk most of my capital and not hold long, because of if things may go south all of a sudden. As you know, these last two months, November, December, the market is moved very crazily. Let me not say it's moving because it's already past. Moved very crazily, if I can say, if that's a word. Holding these positions for the US30 buy and the Nasdaq buy, I'm using my CNBC app to see that if Nasdaq's companies are doing well or not, and we can see that it's 4-4, so it's 3-4, so we have a higher percentage chance of buying with the markets. Let me see US30, it's 50-50, so we just have to hope. Oh wow, buys, the market's buying. We just hope that the market will buy throughout, because we just respected our setup and followed it with adding patience, confidence to myself, and just holding on there, not being a chart zombie from now on, just being up and down like, hey, my phone's gonna get stolen, and it's like the last day I'm going to use my phone. As we can see, we're in profits, and the movement of this setup has just started. So we'll just get back in a few moments to see how the market's doing. Oh yeah. Just have to apply patience and wait on the chart. While we are looking at the chart, you can see I already explained what's going to happen, but I want you as a trader to be able to trust your setup, have confidence in yourself and your setup, have a plan. Always have plan B, C and D, because you'll never know. Always have options, have more than one option, because the way the market moves, especially with these indices, it moves very crazily and doesn't always respect your setup, if I may say, because some levels are weak and you always have to keep a lookout for strong resistance and support areas, levels, you see. But here on German 30, we're looking at the bigger picture, as we wanted to sell a bit before we catch our buys, because you can see there's a fair value gap there, but there's more fair value gaps that we see that are too small and may not be respected throughout the time while we are trading this, because we see that it's been creating higher highs and higher lows, so which means we're still in an uptrend. We still haven't broken any structures, change of characters, or we broke structures to the upside, but there's no change of character to show us that we are going to the downside. And after a change of character, I would just wait a minute for the market to do its thing. Don't want to enter already, because it might not move the way you want it to. So after a change of character, wait for a break of structure, retest to the fair value gap or other block, then enter to have a clean setup with the tight stop loss, so you can risk most of your capital but lose less. I hope you understand, but that will be further explained in future videos. As here you can see, DXY is the dollar, the one I used to get a clearer movement on USD80, as USD80 and Nasdaq mostly move the same way. So if I see buys on the dollar, I'm going to sell USD80, and if I see both buying, then I know that this is an invalid setup, because I don't know which way the market is going to go. Is it going to go up, down? You see, that's it. But yeah, you can see that our setups have been going accordingly. Right now we're just checking. It's a good thing to check on your setups now and there to see if it's going accordingly, because mostly when my stop loss is hit, I always check for areas that my stop loss would hit, for the market to be a retest at that areas, for it to be a change of character. From there on, I'll wait for a break of structure. I hope you understand, but as I said, in future videos. Right now, as you saw, we are in profits. Checking on the setup, it's doing good, it's going well, it's respecting, made me more confident. Yeah, made me so that I could hold more, so I can hold that position for a bit longer, as it wasn't risky during these times. But I just have to wait out for the market to do its thing, and hopefully I'll be in profits. This is around in the morning. It's a new day, it wasn't a new week, It wasn't a new month. It was just a new day. You see, every day is a grateful day in the market, because you'll never know the setups you may get, because setups always repeat themselves time to time, because it's just the way the market moves. It does have setups where you would not recognize them, but it's the same setup you saw just yesterday, but just in a different momentum or different direction. Seeing these trades in profit made me feel good, as it always does. Putting a tight take profit because I want to maximize profit, add more positions. Yeah, I hope you understand when I said maximize profit and add more positions. I mean that a closer take profit with many positions opened. For instance, let me say I open 0.10. I would open 3 or 4, or just open a 0.20 and just wait for the market to move, because I know I maximize profit and I risk my account hugely. As I do use TradingView and MT5 to analyze, because I always get a different idea from a clean chart. I just don't want to clean my chart from TradingView, trying to get the perfect setup. That would be time wasting. Yeah, here we can see that past there we can see that that was my history. That's how things have been going. An hour later, the market still haven't moved. It's in the morning, I don't blame it. It isn't its time. That's why I said you have to know market times. But here on US 100 Nasdaq, another word for Nasdaq, we can see it hasn't moved a lot. And on US 30, it's been going accordingly. It already bought, it went up, because it's more volatile than Nasdaq. And German 30 also is more volatile than Nasdaq. So those two companies may buy, but Nasdaq could take a while, a few moments before going in the same direction. But here we are still holding profits. Small profits, still appreciated. Would close, but I have to be patient, hold the setup, and just wait for the market to do its thing, as it's currently moving, but not as much as we expected. Because these times in the morning, it's German 30 times. These times are when I trade German 30 oftenly, because I don't trade German 30 on the New York session, because it's not the same thing. I usually do it on the London session to get a clearer understanding of German 30 and to get more volatility off from the market, because all these things always go accordingly. German 30, US 30, Nasdaq, they move the same way mostly. Not every day, not every time, but mostly. Even during news, they move the same way, but could change direction after the news. Mostly news last around 30 minutes to 1 hour. That's what I got when I did research. A few moments later, this is what we got. You can see there is 3 profits and a few losses was taken after those profits, but currently we're running 200 and something profit, which is good for the account. And as I said, German 30 during these times moves rapidly, moves accordingly. During this time, I was just checking on how the market's moving, if it's following our setup, and it was. So I don't have to explain nothing much more. I just had to apply patience and just wait for the market to do its thing. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. As in the future, I'll be uploading much more helpful videos. This is just a startup to show you that what's coming is bigger. You have to look at the bigger picture. As I said, you have to trust in yourself, trust your gut, and just trust in who I am and trust in who you are. A few moments later, and we're just checking up on the markets again. We can see take profit was hit. Running on more profit. The account is growing very well. As we told you, we're just applying patience. We saw the bigger picture being a buy, so we got those buys we wanted below the market, below the weekly wick when the market was falling. So now the market's buying and we are just in profits. We can put stop loss above our entry to secure profits, so that no losses would be taken. But two of our trades are in losses, and as we entered above the market and the market turned immediately. But we had a small support that I don't usually trade because it's risky and it's a lower time frame, so many things could happen. So right now I just have to apply patience and wait on the market. Watch and enjoy. Stay tuned. and watch for a bit, as I will explain later on the video. After some few clips, just bear with me here. You'll see that how things changed because I applied patience. Good results were out there, good results were seen. You'll see that in further the video that the market didn't move as much as we expected, so we had to hold on those positions a bit more. Boom, profits. You can see here already on TradingView that the market's following the setups accordingly, and we are in profit for Nasdaq and US30, because around these times I told you I do not trade German 30. Profits.
Damn! Damn! Oh, damn!
Currently running around 800 profit.
Everything that moved for us, bruh. Damn, bruh.
We're expecting it to break, creating a break of structure before turning and going back to check on a fair value gap or order block. But we are holding on the US30 trades. As you can see, it went up as you expected, and it's still going up. We just wanted to go clear that near that support, sorry, I just told you, please bear with me, I'm sleepy right now. Near the resistance line, they had our take profit, but we could close anytime soon because we don't know if the market would turn here or not. So we just have to be careful and appreciate our profits, because it could fail to break that high. It could fail to create a break of structure. As I said, it did break a bit, hitting our take profit, but we closed early. But you can see that it turned immediately. It failed breaking that resistance, but we can see we are at a support, so we're looking for buys again. We're just following the setup. It's going accordingly. We're targeting that top high over there to maximize profit, as our account now is steadily and has more money, so we can enter at a bigger lot size and risk even more money, even though it's too risky to do that. But yeah, be with me, watch my videos, and you'll see it's not that hard if you have the skill, if you have the experience, if you have the knowledge. So right now we entered those buys. They're already in profit. You just have to apply patience again and hold on to these trades a bit longer. This is just me. This is a thing I love to do, as MT5 shows you how much you could profit from the trade. I do like calculating that I would maximize profit, how, when, where to put my TP, how much am I aiming, what's my weekly goal. And my weekly goal for that week was 5k, which I accumulated. But right now we entered a few buys. Those buys you saw in the last clip, we're still holding on to them. And on our CNBC app, you can see most of Nasdaq companies are buying, which is a good thing for us traders who trade Nasdaq in the US 30, I meant to say. Yeah, those trades we took a loss. You can see the account is around 1 point something right there if it shows you. But yeah, we'll just have to apply patience and wait to see what the market does. Patience was applied and the market did its thing. It went up, it bought. As we saw in the CNBC app, we only had to apply patience, and that's all we had to do. I'll just check now. You'll see we are running on profits. Boom, 400 profits, and we put on buy stops because we're trying to maximize profit here. One position hit TP of the US30. I'll just show you now. You can see that balance. We had 2,000 something plus the 450 profit, but you can see that balance. That's our original balance. It's 1.9 around there plus that 450, which I'm about to close now because the setup I wanted isn't yet complete. But right now it's too late to enter and too risky to enter, so I'll just have to wait for a clearer entry. But I'll just hold on to these a bit longer as our buy stops will be open soon. Here's the other account. You can see there that was 600 profit. As I say, thank you for watching this video. I hope you understood a bit, heard the advice. This video was all about advice. Me telling you to join Forex because anybody can do this. You just have to be consistent, focus, concentrate, and do the things you want to do. When you say you're going to do things, do them now. It's day one or one day, and that's your choice. But thank you for watching this video. Another one coming soon. Boom.